Hi everyone, my name is Monica Bianca DT Zone from Psych 4-1, and I will be discussing what to do with your grief. So, first of all, what is grief? Grief is the natural and complex emotional response to the loss of someone or something significant in one's life. It involves the feelings of sadness, pain, and longing. Grief is universal and no one escapes it. So everyone can experience it. Um, so normalizing emotion. It is very important for us to understand that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. You should also know how to acknowledge your feelings. And you may feel intense feelings, and that is okay. Sadness, anger, confusion are all valid emotions that you might feel during your grieving process. So, number one is don't be afraid of it. What do we mean by this? Don't be afraid of grieving. It's okay to show people around you that you are sad, you are confused, you have this feeling na nahihirapan kang tanggapin kung ano yung nangyari. And that's okay. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Like the picture here, as you can see, there's a picture na nag-aabot kamay. Don't be afraid of grief. And it's okay to ask people for help when you are going through grief. Ayun, be brave. Harapin natin yung grief natin. And then number two is we should learn how to invite it in. What do we mean by this? Inviting it in. Yun yung hindi mo siya tatakasan. Parang pagka naramdaman mo na nalulungkot ka, tatanggapin mo lang siya na, oh, okay, I'm sad right now. You have to invite it in. Kailangan hindi mo siya tinatabo yung feeling na nag-grief ka, hindi mo siya dapat iniiwasan. Dapat ikaw na rin yung nag-make way na, okay, I'm gonna let it in, it's okay. So, here, since invite nga, nagbigay ako ng invitation, and there are 5 ways to invite yourself to feel. It involves naming the feeling, meditating and breathing, journal and write it out, talk to someone you trust, or simply by feeling it in your body. So, number 3 is recognize it. What do we mean by recognize it? It means that recognizing that you are grieving. Hindi mo naman kailangan sabihin na, okay lang ako, brave ako, ganyan. Okay lang. Recognize mo sa sarili mo na, uy, nalulungkot ako ah. And that's fine. That's very healthy kung marirecognize mo nga na nalulungkot ka or nasasaktan ka because of something that had happened to you. And here's the picture that I presented. Merong award kasi nga recognition, recognizing your feelings. Then yung other one naman is yung babae. Nire-recognize niya yung different pinapakita ng tao, different emotions na pinapakita ng tao. And then number 4 is express it. By expressing it, it could be in a form of making an art, or simply by talking it out, or umiyak ka, or mag-exercise ka, however way that is applicable for you on expressing how you feel, that's okay. Here on this picture, as you can see, meron silang inaangat na bilog, and that's their way of expressing na, hey, I'm happy. And then the second picture naman is two people talking about how they feel, and it shows that someone is expressing their feelings kasi nga nakalagay doon no, sa gaya na I feel, so they're about to have a conversation recognizing their feelings and expressing it. And then number 5 is understand it. How do you understand grief? Way of understanding it is that grieving process is not linear. Hindi siya sunod-sunod na pangyayari sa'yo, and it's okay. Possible na natanggap mo na siya, and then the following days, nalulungkot ka na ulit, or nade-depress ka, or nagagalit ka. That's okay. All you have to do is understand that it's all part of the process, and it's all part of who you are as a person. So parang iintindihin mo siya na, kaya ko 'to ginagawa kasi I'm going through something. Kaya ako ganito mag-react ngayon kasi I just lost someone that means a lot to me. Gano'n. Here's a picture is, ayan parang naguguluhan yung isip niya. And then the second that they talked it out, parang mas naintindihan siya nung taong kausap niya. Number 6 is cherish it. What do we mean by this? Cherishing it is like keeping it as a memory. Parang the reason why it hurts so much, it's because you love that person, or you love that thing, you love that job. So i-cherish mo siya na kaya ka nga nasasaktan ngayon kasi it was something worth having. So i-cherish mo yung ganong pain na nafe-feel mo kasi parang in a way, that's your way of expressing kung gaano mo ka-love yung tao na yon, yung pangyayari na yon, yung trabaho na yon. And it could be through memories or through pictures. And over time, dahil sa pag-cherish natin ng grief na yan, over time, malulook back natin siya, and then masabi natin na, oh yeah, I used to be so sad about this thing, but now when you look back at it, parang it's something so beautiful na lang for you. And then coping with grief. How do we cope with grief pa talaga? It involves process of emotions, and time is a very big element on the healing process. And like I said kanina, grief doesn't have a fixed timeline, so paiba-iba siya. Grief is not linear. And then healing occurs gradually as emotions are processed. Supports from friends, family, or professionals can aid in coping, and memories can become a source of comfort and healing over time. That's an example of cherishing. So, in conclusion, grief is universal, and then don't be afraid of it, invite it in, recognize it, express it, understand it, and cherish it. And through grief, nag-grow din kasi tayo. There's a quote by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross and David Kessler saying na, the reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one. You will learn to live with it, you will heal, and you will rebuild yourself around the loss you have suffered. You will be whole again, but you will never be the same. Nor should you be the same, nor would you want to. So, grief is something na you just have to live with. Hindi naman talaga tayo nakaka-move on doon. But you learn how to accept it na lang and live around that feeling. And another one is grief is like the ocean. It comes on waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm and sometimes it is overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. So this is kind of pinaportray niya yung grief is not linear kasi hindi nga siya dire-diretso. It could be flowing and sometimes calm and minsan overwhelming. So, ganun din kasi yung feelings nating mga tao. Minsan kalmado siya, hindi natin sila naiisip. And then, may times na parang ang bigat ulit niya sa pakiramdam. But that's okay. It's normal. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I am Monica Bianca Ditizon from Psych 4-1, and thank you.